With this COVID-19 shutdown bringing my business to a grinding halt, I've had to find some alternative ways to bring in some income. Now, the first thing I tried to do was find myself a Sorry about that. First thing I did, of course, was I went and I tried to find myself a maybe the third time will be a charm. So the first thing I tried to do is I went and looked for a screw it. I tried looking for a job. And I looked on Indeed and found a company that was deemed essential, and so not only they were still open, but they were hiring. Now the position itself sounded great. They loved my resume, and the interview, well, that was going really well until they asked me this one question.
Well, Mr. Petaccio, you certainly seem highly overqualified for the position. In fact, frankly, you're more qualified to be my boss. I mean, your resume, your education, your experience, as well as your good looks and humility, they all clearly recommend you. I just have one more question I'd like to ask you. What would you say is your greatest weakness?
It's an interesting question. I'd have to say that my biggest weakness is that I am absolutely honest.
Well, I certainly don't think that honesty is a weakness.
Well, I don't really give a shit what you think. Needless to say, the interviewer eventually came around to my way of thinking that honesty for me was indeed a weakness. So then I pressed forward with something else. I thought desperate times, desperate measures, and I tried my hand at a little bit of panhandling. Now sure, that's a little more challenging when you have a stay-at-home order and this social distancing stuff going on, but I found that even with these restrictions, being a little creative, I had a few cars that would pass by the end of my driveway and a couple pedestrians. And here's kind of how that went. All by myself, don't wanna be all by myself anymore. Now, I'll admit that my panhandling didn't work out the way I was hoping. But you know, after being out there and singing and playing for several hours, my neighbors, they got together and they gave me $20 to fuck off. But I didn't get discouraged by that. I just went on to something else. Maybe it was a little iffy as to whether it was legal or not, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Yo, come here. Come here. You wanna make some money, right? Easy game, okay? Queen. That's all you gotta do. Find the queen, okay? Easy as that. Find the queen, you make some green. 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 That's what you say? All right. All right. Hey, you cheated, man. That ain't right. You cheated. Unfortunately, that didn't work out the way I had intended. It seemed that everybody that I tried the 3-card Monty thing on, they knew it better than I did. In fact, I ended up losing the $20 from the neighbors and the 35 cents that my kids gave me. So I was back to square one. But you know, I still didn't get discouraged. I did what I should have done to begin with. I sat down, I had a nice cup of coffee. I put my entrepreneurial thinking cap on. And I thought to myself, okay, what would be a really good, essential business that I could start, something that I already know how to do, something I am incredibly good at, that I could use to make some money, even in these really difficult times. And that's when I had a winner. Oh, sure. At first I felt bad about charging my wife for my services, but it's just temporary, just until things turn around. You're probably wondering about that spice rack behind me. That's for my wife. She likes me to spice things up in the bedroom. You need a little more paprika, baby? You know, this is the third time today she's had to tap that ATM machine. At this rate, I might never reopen my photography business. Again? If you got the money, honey, I got the time. We'll go a honky-tonky, we'll have a time. We'll have more fun, baby, all the way down the line. If you got the money, honey, I got the time. Well, yeah, the work's hard, but the perks, whoo! Look, you'll have to excuse me, my break time's over. I gotta get back to work.